What's going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Journey to be great. Yeah, might as well say our other host, Lovejoy. How y'all doing tonight, lady?
Pretty good. How are
How about
you?
you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Excited as always to get into these topics. I want to tell our listeners, thank y'all so much for the support. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope that each and every one of you are doing great. And so the topics that we have for you guys tonight is sacrifice when it comes to love and hobosexuals. Yeah, that's right. Hobosexual.
With a B.
Yeah, hobo. All right. But anyway, on this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within the community through using the power of conversation. So, you know how we do. They ain't gonna hold y'all at all. We're gonna go right into it. So, Journey, I guess we'll start with you. What you got?
I'm gonna just say this. I have always felt like relationships are not for selfish people. I stand on business when it comes
All
to
right,
that.
all right, all right.
Not for selfish people. But anyway, I came across this article called Love is Sacrifice, Learning to be Selfless in Your Relationship. And I found this on betterhelp.com. So it's a pretty long article. Go check it out. I thought it was very interesting. So I'm going to just highlight a few things that I found within the article. So first of all, it goes on to say individuals who prioritize their partner needs and well-being while being skilled at compromising often have successful relationships. Scientific research provides compelling details to support the evidence that giving is a powerful pathway to personal growth and lasting happiness. They also say how through fMRI technology, we know that giving activates the same parts of the brain that's stimulated with sex and food. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So you get really excited when you give. Some people, I guess. But anyway.
Right.
That explains all the kids out here. Okay.
Right. And so it just talks about how to prioritize your companion needs, starting with understanding how your partner expresses and receives love, and of course, effective communication and active listening. And it also talked about this study where participants were asked to record instances where each spouse put aside their personal wishes in order to meet their partner's needs. They did this for 2 weeks. So researchers assume the couples would reap the most benefits when acts of kindness were recognized and acknowledged. However, even the ones that did not receive direct acknowledgement for their giving, they still feel emotional reward because they were doing something for their partner. And not to mention, in these cases, emotional benefits for the giver, they were about 45% greater than the actual recipient.
Okay.
Pretty interesting. Oh, and let me say this too, because some people may take this and run with it. However, even though it is good to be selfless in relationships, make sure you also prioritize your self-care as well. Reason being, so you won't get any feelings of resentment, so you won't start neglecting your own needs and desires, and you won't feel burnt out in a relationship. So just wanted to put that out there.
And especially on that last part, I know in past relationships, I am definitely a giver, but you know, you're giving so much and you have someone who's just so used to being a receiver that you sometimes take a step back and like, I'm not getting anything
it has
back.
to be something mutual.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I'm definitely a giver too. So many ways. I'm definitely a giver too, man. But yeah, you do have to be careful, especially when you're trying to create some balance and stuff in these relationships. But yeah, I really believe in this case it is a situation of give and take at certain times.
Yeah, especially if you want a successful relationship.
Well, you know what? This takes me on over to the next topic.
The hobosexual.
The hobosexual. So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all know anybody that's out here, you know, trying to live off other people? Or
I feel like I ran into a guy like that last year.
Okay. You know, they just can't stay on a job. You know, just can't find a stable place to stay. It's always got an excuse for a lot of things. But let's talk about this. We're going to talk about the hobosexual. So let's go to this is stdcheck.com. Kind of weird, huh? stdcheck.com. But it was
wait, what's the name of it?
STD Check.
Oh,
the blog. Yeah,
is that what the hobosexuals are doing?
You know what? I'm sure they are more prone for that type of stuff, but we're gonna get into it. Anyway, a homosexual is a person who has sex with strangers to prevent homelessness. Yeah. Also,
But we didn't get that far with the one I met. We didn't make it to that point because I kind of peeped. He was trying to find somewhere to lay his head, and I'm like, I can't.
so
Not gonna work for me.
they're also called romantic hobos, love train riders, and hobosexuals.
Love train riders.
Love
Okay.
train rider, baby. Love train rider. My train ain't taking nobody right now, by the way. We ain't dealing with no homosexuals. But but seriously though, man, I was listening to one of my friends talk about actually a few relationships that she's been in where the guys had nowhere to stay, they didn't have no job. And I was like, man, we always just call them deadbeat. That's just kind of like the slang term for it. So is that something else, like on a more technical term? I don't know if hobosexual is better, but I had no idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had no idea there was something that they called it hobosexual. I guess at some point we all were hobosexuals, especially when we lived with our parents. I mean, what y'all think? But except we weren't having sex.
We weren't
I
staying
just said no. That's not. No. We were just children. Where were we supposed to go?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Especially y'all trying to tell me y'all had partake in no homosexuality. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think probably like in my early 20s. When I moved out, I didn't know I was a homosexual at the time, but I was staying with I didn't consider myself to be homosexual, but you know what I'm saying? I had a job, but I guess I was in the case homeless. Was I homeless? I think I could have went back home, but I guess does that still count as homo? Is that?
I feel like you having a moment right now.
I think it depends on your intention.
What you mean?
Like if your sole intent is like I'm doing this just to have a place to stay, then yeah, you were homosexual.
Yes.
But if you were just, smashing and hey, she didn't want you to leave, you didn't want to leave, y'all enjoyed each other's company, that's different.
All right. Okay. So all right. So you're not a hobo if she wants you to stay. You just a hobo if you just came in thinking once I give her this business, she ain't gonna let me leave. Well, no, that still would be okay. Let me ask y'all this: have you ever been in a situation where the sex has been so good that you didn't mind having a hobo? All right, we ain't gonna answer that on this episode. We won't be answering that question.
I would say I've never been a hobosexual, but there have been some hobosexuals that I've been around.
We got to get this going. I'm gonna put hashtag hobosexual under this episode. But anyway, yeah, man. I want to ask our audience though, man. Are y'all selfish when it comes to y'all relationships? We know there's a lot of people out there right now that have been through some things, with homosexuals, as a matter of fact. And then, it just makes you kind of want to guard yourself. But are you stingy? Are you willing to give? Have you given up on love? Are you going to try again? Put it down in the comments. Also, are you a homosexual? Did you know you was a homosexual? Are you dating a homosexual? Isn't it strange just to say the term homosexual in the first?
Yeah.
You know what? Let us know in the comments down below, man. This has been a short episode, but we got some fire coming to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much again for the continued support. I am Swaver, joined by God, I keep forgetting. I'm just bullshit.
That was a long pause.
With my amazing co-host Jerry to be great and other host Lovejoy. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. Until next time, peace or peace.